ABC is returning Jimmy Kimmel Live to the airwaves tomorrow. That's less than a week after the show was suspended over comments Kimmel made about conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez, she's live in Hollywood tonight with the latest right outside the theater. Christina?
Yeah, people are already getting their tickets online. Now, Disney is saying that despite thinking that the comments Kimmel made were insensitive and ill-advised, they say that after what they describe as long, thoughtful conversations, they've decided to reinstate the show. Keep in mind, not everybody agrees with that, but the people who've been saying that they wanted it back are really happy. Take a look.
Jimmy Kimmel's coming back tomorrow.
Word getting out outside Hollywood's El Capitan Theater, ABC has reinstated Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I'm just so, I'm going to cry.
I'm excited that people are still exercising their rights. It makes it worth it.
You're about to cry. It's that emotional
I'm
for
so
you.
damn proud of LA.
This group was part of a much larger pro-Kimmel rally earlier.
The reason that this should concern all Americans is that this administration's actions could threaten speech from both conservatives and liberals.
A who's who of state and local politicians joined by several unions in support of Kimmel, even as counter-protesters tried to interrupt.
Even now, there's people who want to drown out our voices.
LAPD stepping in to stop skirmishes between supporters and critics. Tourists taking it all in. Are they talking about this in Germany? Do they know about this?
I saw it on TikTok. But in Germany,
Presidents know how this goes.
She's one of the first female late-night comedy writers.
When I was working on The Tonight Show and on Letterman, we were doing jokes about Clinton and Bush all the time, but these guys are big boys and they know how to take it. And that was another era, so here we are.
Jimmy is coming back tomorrow. I am so just ecstatic for Jimmy, his crew.
They're excited but cautious.
I don't want us to lose momentum because this isn't the end.
Now, this does not mean that every ABC affiliate may be playing the show tomorrow night because, for example, Sinclair has said that their stations, and they're a huge ABC affiliate owner, they're not going to play it until they get Kimmel to apologize and to make some kind of donation to the Charlie Kirk Memorial Fund. Kimmel has issued no statement, no plans to do that, so we're going to have to see how this develops. And there's quite a few of those Disney major actors. We were talking about it at 5. Marissa Tomei, now Tatiana Maslany also has come out. They're asking for a boycott of Disney because they support Charlie Kirk and don't want to see Kimmel coming back. So we'll have to see what happens. But as of right now, the show tomorrow does go on. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live in Hollywood. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, more than 400 celebrities signed an open letter urging him to come back. We'll see if that played into this decision. Thank you very much, Christina. I want to bring in Sharon Waxman from The Wrap. Sharon, we had you on last week after this news broke, and you called it. You said that this was not permanent, that Jimmy Kimmel would be back. You were right. So what are your sources telling you tonight about Kimmel's return?
Well, what we're hearing is that this was the result of 3 solid days of the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, the head of ABC, Dana Walden, and Jimmy Kimmel talking it through, trying to work it out. You know, Disney kept saying this phrase, they want to find a path to come back. And I think that they finally came to some kind of agreement today, and Disney made the decision to put it back on the air. Now, what they're saying inside Disney is that this was a matter of principle, that this was not a caving to any pressure campaign on either side, not a response to the government, to the people against the government, to any boycott, like we were talking about this petition of 400 celebrities today. They said it was the right thing to do, and this was based on principle. And when I pushed for what principle, are we talking about free speech? Well, yes, we're talking about free speech. But at the same time, it's not clear what Jimmy Kimmel is going to say tomorrow. Our expert observers at The Wrap wrote today about this, saying that they don't think that Jimmy Kimmel will apologize, and your reporter pointed out that he hasn't issued any kind of statement like that, but I'm sure that he will go as far as he can in clarifying or acknowledging the hurt, to see if they can't put it behind them.
Okay, because we just heard, and you just alluded to it, that Sinclair wants an apology, even wants a donation made to Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's nonprofit that he founded years ago. You can't.
We'll see.
Go ahead.
We'll see. I mean, you know, Bob Iger is a master diplomat, so he's now done his diplomacy with his TV star, and you could argue that he's made that Iger really miscalculated in pulling Kimmel off the air last week at what would be the sort of explosion of responses on one side and the other. But there's even been conservative voices who've come out and said this is not a good thing. Brendan Carr threatening ABC, threatening Disney is not what we want, because the shoe will be on the other foot at some point in the future when the Democrats are in power. And so people like Senator Ted Cruz, you know, really hardline right-wing folks, the podcaster Ben Shapiro, people like that. So I think that it's been enough of a firestorm that Disney has wanted to put an end to this and put it behind it. They kept saying days, not weeks. It's days.
Okay, and Brendan Carr, for our viewers who don't know, he's the chairman of the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. So we don't know, your sources aren't confirming if we can expect an apology from Kimmel tomorrow night. Is there anything you can confirm about tomorrow night's show? Do we know who the guests will be?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's been announced. I don't know if he's going to have his friends on. And I'm sure that Jimmy Kimmel is taking counsel with himself and his conscience and his soul and his people close to him about just what it is that he does want to say, because all eyes will be on him.
Absolutely. I'm sure ratings will be pretty good tomorrow night. What about the future? Can we expect any more shakeups when it comes to late night TV? Specifically, as we know, President Trump, who has not, as far as I'm aware of at this point in time, has not responded to Jimmy Kimmel being put back on the air tomorrow night. But he did when this came out. He said this was a great decision and that Seth Meyers and also Jimmy Fallon should be next. Can we expect any more shakeups?
I don't think that we can presume that this struggle between the Trump administration and President Trump himself and the major media companies, and particularly the comedians who skewer him every night on late night, is going away. It obviously bothers him. This particular monologue that involved this young man, Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated, hit a real emotional point among his followers on the right. But as you point out, this has been an ongoing kind of demand by Trump, and this has emboldened him to say things like, people who say negative things about me, well, that ought to be illegal. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm out of time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, do we expect Jimmy Kimmel to re-sign, because we know his contract's up in 2026 next year?
I'm not great at predictions, but I mean, it's a rough time to be on late night. And for all we know, they're going to sunset the show or do it in a different way. I think we're out of the era where that wonderful era of where the late night comedians kind of ruled that block of time in broadcast television.
Okay, we appreciate you jumping on tonight. Sharon Waxman, founder of The Wrap. You can read more of her work and the reporter's work there from The Wrap at thewrap.com. Thanks so much.